Yo, what's up guys? My name is GLOCO and welcome back to more Katawa Shoujo. We are now at part 3 and we've already met some of the girls. We've met Lily, we've met Shizune, we've met Misha and Hanako-chan. So right now we're gonna continue the story from where we left off. Here we go. I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I start doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is going to be very heavy. I don't have a problem with that now though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. I wouldn't put it past them to try, and I don't have an answer for them if they do. So this situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now, there's no escape." "Hee-chan, it looks like we're together again! Yay! Yay!" Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now, unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping out the window isn't the best option, sadly. Man, why are you even complaining, man? You have two cute girls going after you, man. Come on. What's wrong, Hee-chan? Oh, Hee-chan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you will think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, Hee-chan. We were talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right? Right? Desune? I'm so happy you two are able to have a laugh at I'm sorry you two are able to have a laugh at my expense. And even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Now that that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only two problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much, considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is, and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. Okay, Hanako. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there. Huh? Who, Hee-chan? Her, Hanako. Over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, Hee-chan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone? I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something. No, I don't think that will be a good idea, Hee-chan. Why not? She-chan wouldn't get along with her. Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous but still has that lifting up and down quality present in everything she says. So, something like that. Just because, Hee-chan. By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation, and it makes me realize again how Misha has been signing everything she has been saying this whole time. Shizune is angry. What, Chi-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not going to say that. What the... You said it anyway. I know, Hee-chan. It's fine if you overhear. I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her, I wouldn't be able to understand a thing Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time? So there is never a conversation Shizune will be left out of? Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hee-chan. So there's a bit of bad blood brewing between Shizune and Hanako. Interesting. We finish with time to spare, and I decide to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria. As frankly, the food so far has been subpar. No, not too bad. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all of the way there. And what about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. The ones with actual boxed lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels that I'm the only one who can see her, almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? I don't know. I think I'll wait for Shizune and Misha to come to a decision. Misha and Shizune are still arguing about their choice for lunch place. Incomprehensible for a pair of high school students who have to take a taxi at least to make it to downtown and back in time. Haven't you finished already? Oh, sorry, Hee-chan, were you waiting for us? So you don't have any plans? Plans? For lunch? Well, I don't, so I thought I could hang out with you guys. Misha smiles victoriously at my lack of plans and excitedly translates my response to Shizune. If you don't have anything specific planned out, do you want to eat lunch with me and Chi-chan? We're going to go to town for lunch though. Don't worry, Hee-chan, it's not that far. Sure, I'll come with you. And with that, we'll leave the classroom. Just around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a runaway train. Ow! Oh, a new grill! New grill! Okay, opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down onto the hallway floor. So she has no legs. Well, she has, but prosthetic ones. Wow, this is a cliche moment, you know, just running around and bumping into a random girl and, you know, she starts falling for you. And okay, let's not jump into conclusions. Let's go. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but they are not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone size, and in shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. Hey, Hee-chan, don't be so rude. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Oh, she looks cute here. Twin Tails girls. Okay, let's give her a witty, high, uplifting voice. Oh man, hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, and you just came out of nowhere. I'm sorry. She's looking really apologetic in the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since hurt puppies are my weak spot. Okay, alright. It's okay, don't worry about it. Ow. Oh shit. Here we go. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. Ah shit, I tried to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. Oh god, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. It seems normal. Okay, hey, should I get a nurse? The worried high pitch, I told you guys, my initial voice was good. The worried high-pitched voice of the girl snapped me out of it. Okay, reminds me of a tsundere voice from one of the special favorite characters in an anime. But anyway, I stared at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realized that I probably looked worse off than I really was. Doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I am overly worried about my heart. No need, I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time, and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me big time, but it's nothing more than that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. It's okay, I said I was fine, then nothing's broken, no harm done. That's good, I feel a hand on my shoulder at the same time, the girl's eyes— What? I didn't hear that, what the— Okay, I feel a hand on my shoulder at the same time, the girl's eyes widen in horror, and whatever she was saying gets interrupted by a very horrified— What? Very horrified— That's good, What? Eep! Sorry about that. What the hell, Shizune? I don't have time to look behind me because Shizune is already shoving me aside and stomping over to the girl, signing furiously at her. Miss Ibarazaki, I saw that! Running in the halls is strictly forbidden! Misha translates right on Shizune's tail, but her voice is girlishly playful, not full of the divine fury Shizune's arm movements will seem to call for. God damn it, Misha. Sorry, I was just going to get some stuff, and I was in a kind of a hurry. You've been told this 1,000 times before. Your reckless behavior endangers other students, and even worse, it's explicitly against the school regulations! The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. It's so cute, I find myself smiling. I know that, I'm just... Make sure that this will not happen again. Although I'm sure telling you this is futile and only causes me further headache when you choose to ignore the regulations. Got that, Emmy? The small girl sticks her tongue out and responds, I gotta go! Teacher, out of my head, I promised to help with printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I've gotta change and everything. Before Misha and Shizune or I can say anything, she's already bolted from where she was a second ago, almost halfway towards the stairwell. Shizune looks like she's about to get nuclear on the spot, so I smile at her in a vain attempt to calm her down. It worked! Oh, Shizune-chan, you're so cute! Are you okay, Hee-chan? That Ibarazaki girl is always like that, causing trouble to others. You know, I'm pretty certain Shizune wouldn't call me Hee-chan. Oh yeah, she's been translating that all this time. Never mind. Yeah, anyway, I'm okay. Just got the wind knocked out of me. That's great, Hee-chan! I wouldn't call that great, but I let it slide this one time. Okay, Shizune's back to herself.
So let's hurry, Hee-chan, to have lunch. We promise it will be great.
I'll take your word for it. What kind of place is it? A restaurant or something?
It's a tea house, Hee-chan.
A tea house? That sounds kind of fancy.
Oh, why are you looking at your wallet, Hee-chan? It's okay. If you don't have any money, we'll cover for you.
Ah, that's so awesome! Man, I love it when friends, you know, pay for your food and everything. That's really nice of you. Thanks.
It's okay, Hee-chan. After all, we're friends, right, Hee-chan?
It's only been 3 days. Are we really friends that quick? Don't even question it! Freaking Hisao! Friends with 2 cute kawaii girls. Oh god, what else can you ask for? But hearing that makes me happy. See? You like it.
It's only for today though, and only if you accept right now. Do you want to go, Hee-chan?
I start wondering if this is some kind of trap. Is this Misha's suggestion or Shizune's? This is important. I'm still a little apprehensive about the possible motives of a girl whose favorite pastime is a game of world domination. No, I'm just being paranoid. Actually, they have grown on me already, and I do have to go to town sometime. So, why not now? With them. I've never actually been to a tea house before. All my expectations are from what I've seen about them on TV. But those are period dramas, and these are modern times. It might just be a regular cafe, and they're just calling it a tea house. Either way, I'm curious about that too. So there's another reason for me to join them. Sure.
That's great, Hee-chan! That's great! Yokata! That's great!
Misha hops up and down briefly to show how happy she is, which causes a few heads to turn towards us. Shizune opts for a polite, tiny clap that lasts for all of 2 seconds before she goes back to looking stoic as usual. Would it kill you to be a little happier, Shizune? Oh, come on, man.
Oh, I wasn't aware that Hee-chan was a king!
Shizune pushes her glasses up as Misha delivers her message totally without sarcasm. I guess it would sting more if you could say it with that the intent Shizune meant behind it. So for once, I'm happy to have Misha as a barrier between us. You know what? Sometimes when I'm reading Misha's sentences, I don't know if she's talking the words Shizune is trying to say, or if she's talking hers. I don't know. It's confusing, but try to bear with me, guys. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Oh god, this background. I'm not telling you to jump for joy just because I'm having lunch with you. I'm not that arrogant. She seems to accept this, and we head for a town with Shizune leading the way. Okay, here we go, in town. Watching her walk in front of me, I noticed that she walks very quickly, taking long, heavy, determined strides. Maybe if we were traveling through a snowstorm, it will make sense to walk like that, but it's a perfectly clear day. Anyway, it's making me feel exhausted just watching her. We arrive at the tea house in what Misha says it's record time, likely because of Shizune's blazing pace. I feel a little let down seeing that it's not a huge feudal-era building with mats on the floor and women in kimonos pouring the tea. It actually is more like a cafe, as I saw it. Not that it's a bad thing, it looks very nice. As soon as I walk through the doors, someone zooms in front of us as if they had been lying in wait the entire time. Oh, what the hell, Yuko?
Itarashai! Irashai! Thank you for patronizing this establishment!
The top half of her body drops forward in a bow that looks like an axe chopping through wood. I am surprised to see it's none other than Yuko, the librarian. Hey, I didn't know you worked here!
Oh, yes I do. I'm a waitress. I've been working here for 1 year, 6 months, and 2 weeks now. Thank you for choosing to come here. Is there anything I can do for you? Hi, Yu-chan! Hello!
Misha, you both know her too?
Of course, Yu-chan. Yu-chan works in the library after all. I don't go there often myself, but Shi-chan knows her, and we both come here a lot, so it's like we see her all the time. Yeah, should I get your usuals? And if there's anything you would want, please feel free to tell me anytime.
Well, you don't have to be so formal, we all know each other. It's also pretty empty today, so she can afford to take it easy. I was hoping she would stop looking so nervous, but my words have the opposite effect.
No, I'm a waitress, this is my job. I have to do it properly. Okay, that works for Shi-chan. You-chan, please get Shi-chan what you usually get, and I'll have some green tea with milk and honey.
Shit, it's so tiring voicing the two of them. No pressure.
Yes, but this is my job, and there is always pressure. I'm sorry I'm arguing with a customer. Sorry.
Yuko takes another 100-mile-per-hour bow. I decide to give up and join Shizune and Misha at the table. Holy shit. Wait. Okay. As soon as I sit down, Yuko comes by looking even more upset than before.
I'm sorry, I'm really sorry! Forgot to take your order. I'm not attentive for customers, that's not right. I'm sorry. If there is anything I can do to make up for it, please tell me.
They look so cute like that.
It's okay, Yu-chan. He-chan didn't order anything, so it's not your fault. Don't be upset.
It's true. I guess I should order now, but I don't really know what this place serves, and there doesn't seem to be a menu. Yeah, she's right. I'll have some coffee and a sandwich if you have one. Whichever sandwich you think is the best tasting one here, because Shizune is paying for my meal. Shizune frowns and gives me alternating looks of surprise, indignation, and bemusement, unable to decide between the three. God damn it, dude, you just don't say that.
He-chan, just how much money do you have in your wallet? It can't be that little, right? Right? We should split the cost 3 ways to make it fair. Yeah, I won't accept anything else!
Misha turns to Yuko.
Yu-chan, Shi-chan says she wants 3 of whatever is the most expensive item on the menu.
What the fudge? No!
Yeah, I'm just kidding, Shi-chan. Okay, I think the turkey sandwich is the most delicious sandwich, and it comes with free soup. A good employee will try to recommend the item that there is the most of, or the most expensive item. Am I bad at my job?
No, that sounds good. I'll have that, and some coffee, please.
Okay!
She comes back a few minutes later with our drinks and my sandwich. Shizune seems to be fine with just her tea, while Misha also ordered a parfait. I don't know why, because I can't imagine many other things that will go worse with tea. Okay, a parfait with tea? I don't know, I haven't eaten parfait before. Oh well, I take a bite out of my sandwich, it's very good.
He-chan, have you thought about joining the student council?
Uh-huh. Okay, here we go. So I knew it. This was a trap.
Don't talk with your mouth full, He-chan!
I wash my food down with a sip of coffee, which is also surprisingly good. But now's not the time to remark on how this place has good food.
You said you understood it was too early to expect me to...
sorry. You said you understood it was too early to expect me to make a decision this quickly. That was like 3 hours ago. Here comes the manipulative Shizune mode.
A man should be decisive, He-chan. You really should join the student council, He-chan. Come on, it will be fun!
People always say, come on, it will be fun, about things that are never ever fun. Oh, come on, dude. Pakipot pa eh.
Don't you believe me, He-chan?
Is it Shizune saying that or Misha? What a cute expression, but the effect is somewhat jarring. Like she has split personalities.
He-chan, that's depressing. We just want to spend time with you.
This is so cute!
That's right, He-chan. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yep, this is beneficial to everyone. It solves all of our problems. Yeah, I also thought Hee-chan would appreciate it. That makes me sad.
Suddenly I feel really left out. It's rude to talk about someone without letting them in the conversation. Shizune adjusts her glasses, laughing to herself. How does a deaf girl laugh? I don't know. It's probably so cute. No, but it's
True, Hee-chan, and you will be helping us out. Membership has been really low this year.
How low?
That's a secret, Hee-chan.
I bet they're the only members. No, I want to know how low it was. How low is low? 5? Lower?
Well...
0.
Hee-chan, that isn't important. What matters is that the number is low, and that is why we would appreciate you giving us a hand. Especially with the festival coming up so soon, and it's looking to be a busy year ahead in general.
You're not going to answer my question.
No.
A sigh and straighten up in my chair, trying to look as defiant as possible because this seems like a big issue and I do not want to let it go that easily. It feels silly, like a blowfish. Fine, at least tell me this. How many people are in the student council? Total.
Well, Hee-chan, we're definitely undermanned. But we have enough members to get the job done. Yup.
I bet. I swear to God, they're the only ones. They're the only members. It's not just the two of you, is it?
Hee-chan, that's funny. But it's definitely not just us.
Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure?
Yup.
I stare at them both, trying to see if they will slip up and confirm my worst fears. Misha frowns, looking uncomfortable, but that is probably because I'm staring at her. Shizune, on the other hand, returns my gaze with one of her own. Maybe she is challenging me, peering at me over the rims of her glasses like that. So teasing and surprisingly immature, like a little girl beckoning someone to play with her. Okay.
Hee-chan, your two cute student council representatives have been trying to make you feel welcome and are even treating you to lunch. You should show your gratitude by joining the student council so you can at least help them out.
Yeah, Hisao, little bitch.
Yeah, it would be great if you could just file some papers for us, and the festival is coming up and we have to build some stall for the games and food, just a few, so if you were there it will be a lot easier for us. Please, Hee-chan, onegaishimasu!
What an interesting good cop, bad cop routine. I'll give it a shot, why not? See, Hisao? Just a shot. Okay, I'll give it a trial run. It doesn't mean I'm joining or anything definite. Just that I'll help you out a little, and then I'll see. And this makes us even for lunch. I'm not doing this because I want to. Come on, Hisao, be honest, man. You really want to spend time with them. I finish off the last of my sandwich, and this makes Misha notice for the first time in a while that she has a parfait. She starts digging in, much to Shizune's charge in, because I can tell from the way she plays with her fingers that she had a lot to say. Every time I look at Shizune, she looks back with such focus and intensity. This time is no exception. Her face is expressionless. Maybe she is thinking. Eventually, it gives way to a smile. She signs something, and obviously, I can't understand it at all. She has to know that. Then she does it again. A childish playfulness showing through in the speed and energy of her gestures. Misha, what did she say? Misha looks up from her parfait, torn between wanting to help out and going back to eating. Oh god, Misha has it really hard. What does this mean? I tried my best to make the same movements with my hands that Shizune did. I come to realize quickly that this isn't very easy. Imagine doing this all day as your only means of communication.
Sorry, Hee-chan, I can't tell you.
Why not? Is it an insult?
No, Hee-chan, I can't tell you because it means something nice.
Something nice, huh? Well, they've gone back to their tea and food, so I guess this conversation is over for now. I guess Shizune was trying to say that, what do you call it? Is that we're so nice for helping out, and that we're so awesome, and like, shut up, GLOCO. I don't really understand, but this makes me wish that I could. Maybe I could even try learning sign language. This school might have courses for it. Will I really do that? I think about it as I finish the rest of my coffee. I wonder why I'd be even motivated to think about it. Oh, so you like Shizune, Hisao? I'm enjoying myself so much that I don't even notice that we were supposed to be back in class 10 minutes ago. Even if I were to start heading back to school right now, it will take at least 30 minutes. Maybe. I can't risk running fast with my condition, so it will take at least that long to get there. Well, 10 minutes late already as I am, it wouldn't matter even if I could teleport. Wow. Student councils, being late at school. That's awesome!
Something wrong, Hee-chan?
I just realized lunch break ended 10 minutes ago. It's only my third day and I'm already going to miss the class. Why are you like that?
Yup, you are already late!
Hey, that's not funny, so are you. And aren't you two in the student council? You're setting a bad example.
Hee-chan is so moral. But Hee-chan is right, he is late for class and it looks like you're cutting too. Hee-chan, because you're not making an effort to go. As your student council representatives, we're going to have to do something about this and make sure you're punished.
What the hell? But you two dragged me out here. This is all your fault. Take responsibility.
Hee-chan, we were just taking a prospective student council member out to try and recruit him. It's business! Business! But you're not a member of the council, so there's no excuse.
Yes, there is! That prospective student council member is clearly me. She liked that. She really liked that.
Yes! Are you going to join the student council, Hee-chan?
Shizune raises her teacup haughtily and wags her outstretched pinky finger up and down.
Hee-chan, if only you were a member of the student council. But you can still join now, Hee-chan. If you join now, you won't be in any trouble at all, and we'll be able to take many more nice excursions like this all the time. It will be fun!
I start to think that maybe this was all an elaborate setup leading up to this moment. Maybe Shizune lured me out here, banking on the possibility that I'd lose track of time and be forced into this situation. Yep, that's Shizune for you. Diabolical. Well, considering what I know of her, I should have been more on my guard. But to admit that I got myself into this even slightly would be unforgivable. I try to read Shizune's intentions in her eyes, but she just returns my stare blankly. Innocently. She takes a sip of tea like she is mocking me.
By the way, Hee-chan, I didn't plan this at all. Things just happened to work out this way.
I was almost about to drop my theory as paranoia. But this puts a new spin on things. I almost fell over in awe. So it really was an elaborate setup from the very beginning, all just to burn me and force me to join the student council.
Ah, you look so nervous, Hee-chan. Did you really think we were tricking you this whole time?
You're not?
Hee-chan, you really thought?
Misha frowns, looking heartbroken. Shizune quickly frowns as well, flowing her head lead. How synchronized. Two of a perfect pair. They must be twins.
Hee-chan says she's flattered, Hee-chan, but doing that kind of thing will be a grossly inappropriate abuse of power and imposing on your free will. And it will be blackmail too. Hee-chan will never do anything like that. Never!
I think about asking Misha, are you sure? But resist the urge to. Anyway,
Anyway, Hee-chan, what Hee-chan said is true. Since you're with us and we're doing student council work, it's okay if we miss a class or two.
Really? Is that how student council works? Holy shit.
Not that it's a good excuse to do so. Or one that should be used more than 3 times a month.
Wait, what are you saying?
Or something that can or should be abused.
What are you...
So, we must definitely return to class eventually!
Shizune waves Yuko over and points to her empty teacup, indicating that she wants another one. As Misha scrambles to finish her parfait so she could order something else. Maybe I should... What the hell? Why are you guys ordering so... What happened to school? What happened? I'm not gonna even question that. I'm still hungry, and the portions here are little on the small side. Most importantly, Shizune is paying for everything. With that in mind, I ask Yuko for another sandwich. By the time we leave the tea shop, I've missed not just 1 class, but 2. Shizune and Misha seem content to let the whole day pass by, stalling for even more time by suggesting a tour of the town that turns out to be to cover a 2-block radius from where we start. Eventually, we do go back to school and the rest of the day is business as usual. When classes are over, Shizune and Misha pack their bags and leave the room before me. Come to think of it, this is the first time they've left me alone. It's strange, I almost miss them. The room empties quickly and I'm the last one out the door. When I try leaving the lobby, however, an arm lowers itself in front of me like a tall bridge gate, stopping me in my tracks. Oh, it's Shizune-chan. Oh, hi, Shizune. What? A pair of hands from behind cover my eyes, followed by a sharp burst of laughter. It's Misha.
Hi, Hee-chan, guess who?
Misha asked the question completely without sarcasm, meaning she doesn't think that I instantly knew it was her for many obvious reasons. I wonder who could be. Well, it's definitely not Misha.
It is.
Misha swings around to stand in front of me beside Shizune. They're so cute!
Hee-chan, are you busy right now?
Busy going to my room? Yeah. See you tomorrow. Matane! I tried to make a break for it, but Shizune is too agile to get past. As someone who used to play soccer, this is embarrassing. Not to mention that this behavior is drawing some odd looks. I should just quit while I'm ahead.
Hee-chan, could you please go upstairs and get a few things for us from the art room?
Why me?
Hee-chan thinks that if the art teacher sees us, he will say hi and she doesn't like him.
Ignore him.
She tried, but even though Hee-chan is deaf, he'll try to say hi anyway.
Run away? Okay.
I never run.
A tone of finality so strong that I can pick it up even through Misha. I can see there is no use pursuing this further with Shizune. Misha, why can't you get them?
Stairs make me dizzy, Hee-chan.
What the hell? Shizune nods as if to confirm it.
Please, Hee-chan, we need those things to build stalls for the festival. And you said you would help out a little, right? Right?
But girls, I have a heart condition. I can't be, carrying heavy stuff and shit. I really shouldn't, but I guess just this once would be alright. You've given too much to cuteness, Hisao. Okay.
That's great, Hee-chan, thank you! This is what we need.
She holds out a piece of paper for me to take. I'm sure this list was made by Shizune. It's handwritten, but each letter is perfectly formed and uniform, as if it were typed. Not just that, but it's exhaustively detailed, complete with numbers, bullet points, and even little check boxes. What it boils down to is that she wants paintbrushes, poster board, and an easel? What's an easel? Just different types and specific numbers of each. I wonder how I'm going to carry all of this stuff down the stairs without breaking my neck. What I know is I know what the chisel means. It's like those for wood carving and stuff, but an easel? Never mind. Tell me in the comments what an easel is, guys. The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2. On the right side, 3-4 on the left side. And 3-4 on the left side. Each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms that I don't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. Oh god, maybe we can find a new grill here. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows. Shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Tyndall effect. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody home? Something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence. Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. It's a new grill, guys! Oh, it's a cute little short-haired girl with no arms. Okay, here we go. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what makes me aback even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in a corner very still, but I still somehow took her as part of a furnishing or statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned into silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. Okay, what kind of voice do I give her? She looks like that, like cute, serious sounding, deep sounding girl. So I think I'm gonna give her some kind of a boyish, deep voice. Hello? Hello? The girl stuffs the forkful in her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello, I was told to pick up some supplies from here for some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be someone here. There isn't. That's why I came here too. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raises her eyebrows as if she was suspecting my observation was false. You are pretty observant. I guess it does, but who are you? This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai. Hisao Nakai. I just transferred in on Monday. I'm Rin. Tezuka Rin. Rin Tezuka. I won't shake I think I'm gonna do this voice. I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we're here now. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. Oh, I was right about her personality! Okay. Kinda bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. While I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is, she seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back. Go right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day. What word will you use then? There's no word for a meal you eat after lunch, but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say. I don't think you are supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. Hey, I do that all the time! They call it... Yeah, what do you call lunch and dinner together? Well, in the Philippines we call it almusa. Wait, almusal? No, we call it merienda. There we go, merienda. Basically a snack between in the afternoon. Anyway.
But when I'm hungry now and my delicious box lunch will go to waste otherwise. I have curry, it's very delicious.
With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes, and with at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me.
So, Nakai, what brings you to this place?
Like I said, I was told to look for these things.
No, the school. From outside you look fine. Is your problem inside?
I come to a full stop, opening my mouth, but not getting a word out. I
can guess. I am good at guessing. Better than most people.
Rin cuts me off before I can answer her question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is a part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances, or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overtly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there. A beam of light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything in your head, and something in your guts would be boringly ordinary, like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants. This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of statement and the sheer lack of tact it was delivered with catches me completely off guard. Oh, come on, man! I think I might have reeled back even physically as Rin's eyes widen in revelation and astonishment.
So I was right! There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there?
What the fuck, Rin-san? Still partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing that I can think of. No, nothing like that! I have a heart problem! Arrhythmia! I said it. More like blurted it out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. She's doing this impression.
How boring. Trouble in the pants would have been much more scandalous.
What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down.
I forgive you. I collect people and a person with, you know, that kind of problem would have been really great.
Collect people?
People with different problems.
Huh, so you just, like, go around asking people what's wrong with them?
Pretty much.
I see. With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away. But I keep thinking about what she said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it, like every other student here so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I am Hisao. I have a very serious heart condition. Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities will define us. Oh, what a disgusting thought. Or maybe this Tezuka girl just has an unnatural interest in such things. As I walk to the back of the room to pick up the items on Misha's list, a chance opened to study Rin from the corner of my eye. Her hair is a burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short, Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. The boy's uniform and the lack of arms make her look very thin, almost scrawny. She is not particularly pretty except for her murky green eyes, which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs, even when she eats. Hey, I think she's pretty cute, guys. The distance and the shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within them like deep wells. She moves her feet almost as deftly as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see how this sight could discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural, but it's too late now, isn't it? I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable, so I try to force some conversation out with this strange girl. So, do you always eat alone and this late, or do you go get the occasional visitor?
Visitors? Maybe you are my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes, I eat with a certain person on the roof if she's not horsing around.
Horsing?
She likes to do sports.
Oh. Kinda think this is twin-tail girls. And that's all I can think of to say. Both of us fall silent again as Rin forks the last bits of her meal to her mouth. How can you eat curry with... Never mind. I look down at my haul and double check it with Misha's list. It seems I have everything except plywood. So I think I have all things now.
That's very nice for you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway. You need to do whatever you are going to do with the stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you like to watch girls sleeping.
I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. I'll catch you around, Tezuka.
You can call me Rin. I feel that our relationship is at this point good enough to warrant this much.
I was already turning to my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine then, I'm Hisao.
Then you are.
Rin looks at me hard in the eyes, but that intimidating feeling you get when someone stares at you isn't there. It's like she's actually not looking at me at all. She blinks a couple of times, and I can't figure out what a pause like this just popped between us out of nowhere.
See you later, Hisao.
There is something like a tiny smile there in her face, maybe. Okay. I quietly back out of the room as I shut the door in front of my face. I whisper to myself, "What an intriguing person." From inside, I hear a muffled sing-song voice.
I heard that!
Oh my god, Misha! What did she hear? I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching despite the completely empty hallway. Somehow she had gotten to jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about a global feminist conspiracy, but I pushed that thought aside. Shizune, standing slightly behind Misha, looks aloof, as she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha is visibly excited.
No, wait, more importantly, who's in there? There's no club meetings today.
She tries to curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway. What are you doing here?
You took so long that we had to come check what's wrong. That's no good, Hee-chan.
She wags her finger at me scoldingly.
I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you are tardy.
Oh, no, sorry. I got the things here. I was just going to bring them.
I think you were up to some mischief, Hee-chan. Who was in there with you, I wonder?
Misha signs something quickly to Shizune, pointing at her own ear a couple of times. Shizune is angry. Shizune immediately pushes her way past me and opens the door into the classroom I just left. I can only imagine the shock she is experiencing. With Shizune's diligence and attitude, the insolence of daring to deface school property by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stares at Rin, frozen in place apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders from suppressed rage, I'm sure. Instead of blowing up, Shizune just takes a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, and slams the door shut, trying to sign furiously at Misha. Maybe she did blow up, but I can't understand it. She shoots at a very loaded stare at me too, as if it was somehow my fault that Rin is sleeping on one of the tables. Spit there. I hope she's not getting any funny ideas about the reason of my tardiness.
Hello?
Rin's voice comes from the other side of the door, and it takes a few eye blinks to realize she might have trouble opening it. Oh yeah! God damn it. I opened the door to find Rin directly behind it, looking at us with a half-interested, half-sleepy face.
Hello?
Shizune is angry.
Miss Tezuka, what do you think you were doing? You absolutely are not permitted to use school property for such disgraceful activity! It sure is suddenly very crowded in here. I didn't know I was this popular.
It's hard to say whether she's happy or unhappy about this turn of events. At any rate, she ignores Shizune or Misha's scolding, so they have no choice but to drop the issue. Shizune taps Misha's shoulders, points at Rin, and makes some quick signs.
Popularity aside, please don't do that anymore. Anyway, how is your project going? Will it be done for the festival?
Rin looks at them blankly, apparently at ease under the pressure Shizune's cold stare is putting on her.
I keep wondering about that myself, too. And? We'll think about it harder.
As Misha signs her reply to Shizune, her face turns into an unsatisfied frown.
Miss Tezuka, please try to take this seriously. It will be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch onto it.
Rin nods assertively.
We'll think more seriously.
Misha actually giggles at that, but Shizune doesn't, not even after translation. She just shakes her hand, takes the materials from me, and takes off with Misha in tow. Rin frowns thoughtfully as she looks after the retreating student council duo.
How rude. It's true though, I must finish my project before the weekend. There will be dire consequences if I don't. The end of the world as we know it. Like weekends usually are, but more dire. Much more dire. Maybe I'll postpone my nap to unforeseen future.
I'm about to ask what project she has and what are those apocalyptic consequences, but she walks back into the art classroom.
Since you have nothing to do, will you give me a hand?
I don't know, just laugh at that. Give me a hand, you know, get it. Okay, fine, jeez.
This paint can doesn't fit into my bag, but I need it.
She kicks lightly at the huge can of paint that's lying on the floor next to the table. She was sitting and sleeping on it. It lets out a dull clang. Being the gentleman I am, I naturally pick it up. Heavy.
Yeah, sure. When do you need to take it?
Yeah, sure. Where do you need to take it?
Away.
And with that, she takes off to the hallway with me, and the paint can following, since there's little choice for either of us. The hallway is quiet and empty now, with Shizune and Misha gone, so we too leave towards the stairwell at the other end. Every 10 or 15 or 20 steps I have to change the can from one hand to another, because the thin handle cuts into my palm. At least it keeps my arms from tiring too fast. Rin strolls on beside me with an uneven pace that I have trouble matching. Or maybe I am walking weird because of the extra weight. It seems one of us is constantly walking too slow or too fast, and I can't figure out which. 2 flights of stairs below, trouble appears in the form of the head nurse and his fox-like grin. Ah, Mr. Nakai, what a happy coincidence. Tezuka too, of course. He nods courteously to Rin, who does not acknowledge him back, then turns to me because obviously it's me who had some business with him. There is something I forgot to mention on Monday. I nod and wait impassively because I can't even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling of the handle delving deeper into my skin doesn't make me feel enthusiastic about this interruption either. It's about your medications. Since you haven't been that long on your current medications, there might be some unexpected side effects, which might require adjusting dosages or even changing to another kind of medication. So, we will do a few tests regularly, but what I'd want this is for you to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean. Nausea, headache, anything, and come see me if something happens. Alright. So how are you? Everything fine? I give up and drop the can to the floor before answering him. Apparently this takes longer than my biceps can handle. I'm about to say something generic as an answer, but then I realize how often I've done that lately. Other people have asked me that too. Teachers and students here. My parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for a hospital, not so much for a school. Except this school. This is a small school and both the student base and the faculty seem to be very tightly knit. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. And this is not the kind of school that gets transfer students too often. The thought sends shivers up my spine, but I give a generic answer anyway. That's great. Also, one other thing. My sources tell me that you've been at neither the school track nor even the pool, so I'd like to know if you have taken up exercising as I asked. Of course I haven't, but his way of inquiring gives me the feeling that I should have been running my ass off on the track since the very first day. You have people spying on me? Not as such, I just happen to know a few people. But that's not the issue here, so don't try to sleep out of it. Well, I was actually just doing some improvised weightlifting as an exercise. I pick up and lift the can up and down a few times like some sad imitation of a bodybuilder, even though it's weighing down on my arms painfully. The stupid grin disappears from his face for a second, then comes back like it was never gone. Tezuka, won't you give us a second? The nurse grabs me by the shoulder without waiting for Rin's permission, which she didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you are still on your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is that habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it will be. It's the same with everything, like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious about this from now on? Maybe. No, I mean... He gives me a nasty sort of look when I say that, making me try to take back the word. I mean, I don't know, I'm still trying to get used to this school. I'll promise to try though. You're not being very convincing there, Hisao. Tip number 1. Medical professionals are not amused if you take the advice lightly. True. I am a nurse, guys. What's up with him? As if a day or two would make that much of a difference. I didn't do anything at the hospital either. Yeah, okay, sorry. He studies me for a moment and then shrugs, smiling again. Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you'll meet my spy, who probably has no qualms offering consultation to you if you want to jog a bit. Consultation? See you around! He leaves with a wave of his hand and no answer, and I walk to Rin, who has been waiting, idly leaning against the hallway wall and staring at the pale lighting fixtures in the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off them. "Are you getting medications for your heart thingy? Were you listening?" It comes out more accusatory than I intended, accidentally lashing out on her. But even so, I didn't really want to start talking about it. I just met her. I don't know her. It's not her business. The nurse seems to be happily ignorant about confidentiality too, talking about that kind of thing in public. But it's not Rin's fault, is it? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Rin is just staring past my shoulder, quizzically, her head tilted like a bird's. I don't know why this is so hard for me. It feels like there's some inexplicable lock that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, they're from my heart. For my heart.
Will they make you better?
No, not really. They just make me a little less worse. Rin keeps looking at me for a while longer, and she neither says anything further, nor displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I'm thankful that she doesn't. I think I'm still not quite used to all of this. At the hospital, it was easy, but I still haven't sorted my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. We leave the main building, and Rin leads us onwards towards the dorm. We stop at the small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slightly elevated ground with a wall and few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they come or go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in the school. The entire wall, made of the same kind of bricks as the building itself, has been covered with some sort of a painting. Most of it is still mere sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the grey plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands. I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seems to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground beside the wall. So this is the mural painting that Tezuka is trying to work on, I think. Okay.
See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning. I have to work on it, but the guys from art class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces whenever, which is a problem. It's easier to paint big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. The reach is better and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent of a tangent, waving a little with her arm or whatever of it there actually is, to demonstrate even though I got the point already. I'm glad that she's kinda comfortable with her condition. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around, and it makes me think it could look sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student basis, special properties has in the past few days. This girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already, and just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there is something I need to figure out, and then figure that out before it's too late and all hope is lost.
Why would the hope be lost?
Because paint has to be painted, and then it has to dry, and then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint. It takes time.
She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of a statement that makes sense. Okay. I think it's better to start from the top. So, this is your project. You did this? Yes. All of it?
Yes.
Nice, but I stumble with my words, suddenly feeling like I've walked straight into the minefield of political incorrectness. What the hell?
It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad.
I think I don't need to do my note thing. I blush really hard. I don't really know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels that I'm way more sensitive than Rin is, though. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without hands?
See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet.
I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do?
You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now.
I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us have anything more to add to the subject.
The afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in dim light. Do you think it's flat?
Well, paintings tend to be flat.
Not like that flat, you know, flat like some people are. No substance, no beat. Where there should be some.
I know a few girls who are... You're talking about breast sizes. Chipai! Okay, I get it, but I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms. So I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at the saying, "Suit yourself," without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there.
I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it's too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have at the sports track, but there aren't any.
Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as with Shizune. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be of any help though.
It's just mixing some paints and you can do that. Probably. Do you have motor control problems like, you know, those people who have some cerebral palsy maybe?
Not that I know of.
I get it. Heart thingy has nothing to do with that.
She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't.
Let's do it then.
So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. I open a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paint flows lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Rin sets to work every now and then, asking me for a hand with something or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last millimeter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best.
And have a splash of green. I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green. The other green, this green.
I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl.
No, that's almost a whole splash.
More white.
Is green a good color to add?
No idea, you're the artist here. A hint of a smile appears in the corner of her mouth.
Do you lack an opinion?
No, it's just that I have no idea. What kind of painting is this?
It's okay, because I just got an idea. Add more white.
With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter.
That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream but can't remember it.
What?
Maybe it's yellow.
Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like that change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Seeing a paint being born on the plastered wall feels like magic. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints crouching down on the paving and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. And even those short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues, as if there was some need to conserve the words and breath and sound. Hey, it's dark, it's nighttime. We stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Man, this guy, Hisao spends a lot of time with different students. I like it. You know, at least his high school life isn't boring like some other people. But anyway, a new chapter begins. Oh, we didn't get to talk to Kenji today. Alright. So guys, this was interesting. You know, I like the character of Rin so far. You know, she's cool and stuff. And I'm getting really attached to the student council, both with Misha and Shizune. So far I'm liking both of them. We didn't get to see any of Lily today, or much of Hanako, so maybe we'll see more of them in the next parts. So anyway, I'm gonna end this part here, guys. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Whew, as always, it's very tiring to read, you know, to give voices to this, but you guys have been watching the past episodes, and a lot of you guys are really liking it. So I'm very, very thankful for the support in this series, guys. And count on more parts, alright? I'm really enjoying this game. Really enjoying it. So, if you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and favorite it. And if you want more videos, do check out my channel for more and subscribe. I'll see you guys again in my next videos. Goodbye! So we're in the gym storage room, and you guys know what happens in the gym storage room, huh? Yandere-chan, what are you doing? Oh my god, do not take a picture of me like that, man, come on!